Hello, Apps here from Dimp Digital. Welcome to the big fat gaming quiz of the year for 2018. We have 36 questions for our gaming experts to navigate, and we're about to see who is going to be crowned king, but more importantly, who's going to go home with the humiliating wooden spoon. This year, we have the two-time defending champion who is going for the hat-trick. It's Mr. Adkins. How you doing?
I'm super.
Confident that you're going to retain your title with this lineup?
I am, to be honest. I fear nothing in this life.
That's a good way of looking at it. You're on for the records. Off air, you've been discussing about breaking records.
Yeah.
The highest record is actually held by yourself for a total score. 23 correct questions. So that's what you're aiming for. If you can beat that, there'll be an achievement there. If you win and don't beat that, many will see it as a failure. So just look out for that one. We are also joined by Mr. Paper, who has taken part in the last 2 years and managed to avoid the wooden spoon on both occasions. Paper, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thank you. That is the aim. Again, just try not to come last.
Just avoid defeat.
Just avoid defeat.
Confident of doing that with the rivals you've got around you, or a little bit worried that people might have upped the game?
Not really. I remember last year I was absolutely shitting it because it all went down to the wire of a fucking tiebreaker question, and I thought I was going to lose that. So, I think this year he's probably going to have one up on me because he wants to take that away.
Well, that could well happen. We're then joined by last year's wooden spoon winner, also loser, however you want to look at it. It's Pac-Man himself. It's Tom Adcock. How you doing?
Hello, mate. Yeah, good, thanks. Not bad.
So your excuse last year was that you was out of the country for half a year. You didn't get, you wasn't caught up with the gaming world. You've been
handicapped.
Based in the UK now for the full 12 months. You're out of excuses now. You're going to deliver.
Yep, sort of hit rock bottom earlier in the year, losing the fantasy game quiz. So this is the sort of comeback now. This is it, Rocky 3.
Also getting crowned king spoiler of the Dimp group. Do you really want to go home with another damning title just to crown the year off? Could be an absolute disaster. The final contestant, and not by his own choice, has basically been forced into this. Last year's referee turned contestant. It's Logan. How you doing?
I mean, it's not ideal, is it? I mean, it's literally like a referee in a football game that has decided to turn up and play in goal or something because the team's only got 10 men. I mean, that's basically what's happened, isn't it? You're not expecting anything great off him. If he does the basics well, you'll be happy. That's basically where we are. I can give an opinion if I'm given the facts, but the problem is I struggle with the facts. I need them given to me. So when I'm asked for them, I don't really have a lot.
You might surprise yourself. I think people come into this...
Genuinely, when I was refereeing last year's, I thought, I'm so glad I'm not answering these because I genuinely have no idea. Like, genuinely. And even the ones where I thought I should know that, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's see how it goes. I mean, this is, in my view, this is a two-tiered championship. Adkins has already won it, and it's just now a battle between you three to avoid losing, basically.
I mean, that's one tier, isn't it, really?
Well, exactly, it is, yeah. That's the way to look at it.
It's basically Man City have already won the title. We want to know who's getting relegated.
Yeah, which is more exciting, I think. The more desperate people are, there's more emotion down at the bottom of the table than there is at the top, so this is definitely where it's at. Format is the same as last year. There'll be 3 questions for each month. Each correct question is worth a point. If for whatever reason there are any tiebreakers or drawn scores at the end of the 12 months, then there will be a tiebreaker question right at the very end to decide the final totals. But I think we're in a position to kick off, and let's see how this goes. The questions obviously are split up into each month. The news and the question is related to something that happened during that month. I've double checked all this stuff. There could be stuff that's wrong, but what I've got written down here is final, so no one will be able to correct me, even if it's wrong somehow. So sort of thrown together a very slapdash this year, so it could be worse than usual. But let's start with January, round 1. First question: Nintendo revealed. Nintendo revealed a do-it-yourself cardboard peripheral for the Switch. What were these called? So we're looking for the name of them, not necessarily the individual items. Just what did Nintendo call this new product that was based on cardboard. Seems like we've all got an answer rolling in, which is good. Keeping up the pace. There's people already saying they might have spelt it wrong, so obviously concerns amongst that for the English side of things.
Japanese though, isn't it?
Well, they are, yeah, but there's people that can't spell it. That's the real sickener of it.
It's not a spelling quiz, though, is it? That's the thing.
It's not. It's not, and that's why those that have perhaps spelt it wrong, I'll be coming to them first to confirm exactly what they've written. Because I remember many years ago, Piper trying to write down Kojima's name, and it come out all sorts of backwards. So that's what happens. Right, question number 2. The Theme Hospital creators announced its spiritual successor. What was this game called? Added information is now out. So, for those that are keeping their eye on what's been going on in the world, you should know this. This is one that Paper I'd expect to get because he's been sniffing around it. And I know we've had conversations.
Indie.
Absolutely loves his indies. That's all the questions in pretty brisk again, which is a good pace. Final question for January. Monster Hunter World was released in January. Who develops this game? Reasonably run-of-the-mill start. You can see Logan might be struggling early on here with some of the answers that have been thrown up. Paper's taking his time, but there we go.
That means I got it wrong. God damn it.
Again, I think it just comes down to spelling sometimes. Okay, so let's roll back to the first question. Nintendo revealed a do-it-yourself cardboard peripherals. What were these called? I'm going to come to you, Logan, first and ask what you've put.
Well,
go on.
I didn't know we were going to be giving out our answers.
What do you mean?
Just a quiz, mate.
So, and for some reason, I think it sounds something like this, but I put labia.
Is that not that's a body part of sorts down in the old Never Reasons of Women?
Yeah, but it's saying like that, isn't it?
It's Nintendo Labo, so you was close.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah.
We can't be giving you a point for that.
What?
Well, Paper, I'm struggling with you here.
I can say that you shouldn't give me a point for this. I missed the O.
He put Nintendo Lab, so where's your cut-off point? I guess is what you're asking there. Adkins got it correct as expected, and so did Mr. Adcock. So a bit of a disaster for Krog and Paper there. Paper throwing a point away, but that's how the cookie crumbles.
I'll hold others to this sort of level later on.
Is that how it's going to work? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Theme Hospital creators announced its spiritual successor. What was this called? Again, Logan, I'm going to come to you because I think you've gone for a comedy answer here. It's pretty good.
I don't fucking know, do I? Said unthemed hospital. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh, that's a good answer. That's a good one. If you're not going to get the correct answer, then at least think of something funny. So that was.
There's going to be a lot of them attempts. Some will flump. Some will be good.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. There's still plenty of time. I think they do get. As it gets close to the end of the year, your memory might kick in. Because I know it's obviously struggling to.
I don't know what happened in January this year.
No, exactly. No one can remember after that World Cup. Correct answer was 2 Point Hospital, which was correctly laid down for everyone else. That's a point across the board for Adkins, Paper, and Adcock. Final question. Monster Hunter World was released in January. Who developed this game? Paper, can you tell me what you've put down?
Capcom.
Correct. I mean, you spelt it wrong. You put Capcom, but you said Capcom, so you can keep your point for that one. Everyone else got it correct as well. So, scores on the doors after round one. Don't know who's eating their dinner, but they're having a good time.
It's me, I'm sorry.
Fucking hell!
I've only just got home, mate.
You said 7:30 you were ready. It's 8:30. What's going on?
Professional studio.
Sarah's made the old fish fingers late, hasn't she? Cost me.
I had fish fingers as well. Unbelievable. Got it out of the way with early though, didn't I? Got them well trained. After the first round, we've got Adkins in the lead with 3 points. He's joint with Mr. Adcock, so the two Tom A's, which will be a stinker to try and pronounce those two close together later on, both with 3 points. Paper has scrambled himself 2 points. Logan has blanked, which is not a good start, but can always be made up. There's going to be other blanks coming along, I'm pretty sure. We move into February. Yeah. Activision Blizzard revealed that it makes more than half of its money on what? Activision Blizzard revealed that it makes more than half of its money on what? This is a tough one, in all honesty. Okay, I've got everyone's answer. Pretty good guesses in there, to be honest. And everyone's got a different answer, so looking forward to dissecting that one. Civilization 6 got its first expansion. What was this called?
Oh, I did some fantasy. Stinker.
True, you should be getting this, really. Oh, no. Some disasters in there. Last question for February. Fortnite officially became the biggest video game in the world with 3.4 million concurrent players. Which game did it knock off Top Spot? So it took the title from someone earlier this year.
In terms of Top Spot, in terms of what, sorry?
Concurrent players.
Current players on Twitch?
No, playing the game.
Okay.
Forget about Twitch. Oh, stinker. Absolute stinker. Right, let's go back to figure out what you boys put down. So Activision Blizzard revealed it makes more than half its money on what? Logan, what did you put down for that?
Heroes of the Storm.
Good guess.
They've just decommissioned that. Cracking.
Well, they have, yes. Paper, what did you put down?
In-game sales, so like transactions.
Adkins?
Wow. World of Warcraft.
Adcock?
Like microtransactions.
The correct answer is microtransactions.
Isn't that what in-game sales is?
The thing is, Paper, that's technically it, but I've never heard it put like that. For all I know, you could have been saying they make it in-game
sales, like
no,
loot boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they're not called that. They're called microtransactions.
Oh, I feel that one out. I feel I've been robbed there.
Because if you could do that, go, what's Piper put? He's put in-game sales. That sounds to me you're saying, oh...
In the game, sales, in the game.
No, well...
That's microtransactions, isn't it?
Well, it's called microtransactions. Why don't you put that?
I couldn't think of the name at the time, so I thought, what's in-game sales? All right,
I was going to put Heroes of the Storm, Paper.
Yeah.
I thought
just as good.
For some reason, I thought you meant which game makes the most. Not as in a.
It was intentionally questioned around. It could have been a game. It could have been another margin.
Activision got me.
Activision Blizzard. They're all part of one company. So only Adcock got a score on that one, which is unheard of from last year's performance. And he's eating his fucking dinner. Multitask him. Second question was Civilization 6 got its first expansion pack. What was it called? No one got this right. It was called Rise and Fall.
Oh, yeah.
In Paper's fucking fantasy team, and he's put Age of Empire. different game. I mean, some say it's sort of like an expansion pack compared to Civ, but dearie me. Final question. Fortnite officially became the biggest video game in the world with 3.4 million concurrent players. What game did it knock off Top Spot? Mr. Piper, what did you put in?
League of Legends.
Adkins?
PUBG.
Adcock?
Yeah, PUBG.
Krog?
Warcraft.
The answer is PUBG.
Yeah.
So two dirty bastards have managed to scrape a point there. Adkins, a disaster round for him in comparison. Normally trying to get 2 points. He's only got one out of that. But the standings at the end of February are Adcock surges into the lead with 5 points, closely followed by Adkins with 4 points. Paper stranded on 2. Logan's still not left the fucking HQ at 0. But I've got a good feeling about March. So let's see how he can do in that one. In March, a new Kirby game was released on Nintendo Switch. What was it called? I think Krog might have had that in his fantasy team.
This and shit.
That brain's really scraping, isn't it? Just waiting for Piper. Oh. Right, moving on to the next question. Hello Games announced it was releasing a major new update for No Man's Sky. What was this update called? What was the new update for No Man's Sky called? Waiting on an Adcock and loading. Oh, late doors.
I don't know.
I'll pass you off then, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Walk away from it. Okay, let me just read this particular March. Okay. A Way Out was released in March. It was developed by Hazelight Studios, but who was the game's well-known publisher? Will the pendulum swing in this round?
Dun, 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 dun.
Will it swing? Cool, stinker for some. Absolute stinker for some. Okay, let's go back and figure out who's got what in the month of March. New Kirby game was released on Nintendo Switch. What was it called? Now, I'm going to come to you first, Adcock, I think.
Yep.
Because you put two answers down, so you need to pick just one of them here.
Sorry, I've got some food in my mouth. I'll go with I don't think it's spelt right either, is it? It's going to be kind. Kirby Star Allies.
That's correct.
I think
Because after that you'd put All Star Allies.
Yeah.
So there was a concern that you might have just chucked away a point, so you've held on to that one. Mr. Adkins, you put Star Allied. I can't give it you. I can't give it you for that because Paper's got Kirby Star Allies also. And if I'm right, it looks like Logan come along late doors and dropped Kirby Star Allies in as well.
I fucking knew allies, and then I was like, fucking hell, I know it's not the only word.
He let it slip. Look, if you look on the keyboard, the S is next to the D.
Oh, well, then I'll get Nintendo Labo, does it?
Yeah, but the B.
No, get out.
Got to have Kirby in there. That's the rule. Hello Games announced it was releasing a major new update. What was this called? Everyone got this right apart from Adcock, who chose not to put an answer in. Paper, I'll let you answer this one because it's your gig basically.
Next.
It was called Next. So that's the end of that. Which well-known publisher published A Way Out? Adkins and Adcock had the same answer, but Logan, what did you go for?
Do we have to?
Yeah.
I put Bethesda.
It's getting sniggered at, but it's not a bad guess in my eyes. At least it's a well-known publisher.
Yeah.
Could have been anyone. Paper, what did you go for?
Well, I was going to put Sony, but then I thought that's not a publisher, so I put Rockstar.
Arguable whether they're a publisher as well in some circles, but there you go. Mr. Adkins, what did you put down?
I put EA.
You did put EA, and so did Mr. Adcock, so he also gets a point for that. So the scores after March. Adcock retains his lead with 7 points. Adkins still up his arse on 6. Paper on to 4.
Hang on.
Logan on to 2. What?
How many did he?
Got 2.
Yeah, he got to. I got to. Oh, of course. Yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
Right, if people are going to query the fucking scores, at least fucking do your research.
Is it? And I might be costing myself here, but isn't Krog on 3 because he got Capcom, Kirby Star Allies, and Next?
I didn't get Capcom.
Did you not?
Right, can people stop talking bollocks? You don't know what's going on.
Just for clarity, instead of
more
Capcom,
query.
I put End Job Studios.
Yeah.
So what's a goblin then?
Don't worry about it, Paper. If I think he's got it wrong, I'll be letting him know for you, all right?
I want every point he can get. Anyway, we want to wait. The next query of the scores that comes in will be Doctor Point.
That's the way to do it.
They're going to have to be. Even if it's right, you're going to get Doctor Point. So be very careful if you think you should have more. April. Nintendo Labo Toy-Con 01 variety kit was released. Name one item you could craft with cardboard. So there were several items you could craft in this Labo variety kit. Name just one. You could have a real guess at this and just think, what could they do? Oh, it's ambitious, Krog. Out of fucking cardboard.
Well, not like a fully working one, but a replica, isn't it?
Fair enough. Paper, have you binned it?
No, I've messaged. Have you got it?
Googling.
It says checkout till. I don't know what that means. It means a checkout till, does it? That's actually your answer.
Not Darren.
Sorry. For some reason, I thought
till.
it 100% can't be that. He's asking me to check out Darren Till's Twitter or something.
Amazing.
Well, you may have got it right. We'll see, about that.
Snigger doesn't look positive, though, does it? Let's be honest.
Well, it's a bit of a fucking rusty one, that, isn't it?
Well, I can't judge it no more, can I? I can't.
Well, not now. You could have done, but it's gone now. Warner Brothers revealed it will be removing loot boxes from one of its already released games. What was this game? I will accept just the subtitle or there's a certain acceptance criteria. Warner Brothers revealed it will be removing loot boxes from one of its already released games. What was this game called? You don't need the full thing, but there's a certain part of it you definitely have to have in order to get a point here. And doing the full answer won't get you any extra points, Adkins, so don't try and brown nose with that one. Alright, all answers are in. A new mini console was announced in March. Which former console and hardware manufacturer made this announcement? We love these classic and mini consoles. Who decided to chuck theirs out or announce it in March?
No, it wouldn't be that one, would it?
There's only a handful of them it could be. I mean, it's a stab in the dark jobby.
Maybe.
Is this a 2-answer question or was?
No, just one.
Oh.
Well, okay. Let's take a look at the answers that we've got for April. So, Nintendo Labo Toy-Con variety kit has been released. Mr. Adcock, I'm going to come to you first because you again jumbled down a couple of answers.
Yeah, I sometimes just scatter. I don't know if that's sort of cheating, really. Scattershotting and give myself a chance to ponder. Maybe I should stop.
That's up to you. I mean, you've got to choose one of them.
I'll do it then. I'll choose first one, the keyboard.
To be honest, that's wrong. So
annoying. I'll choose the second.
Well, the robot was actually a separate kit. It wasn't Toy-Con 01, so that's wrong as well. An absolute stinker. So that's a real disaster. So, Paper, can we just confirm your answer? It's a checkout till.
Yeah, I'm completely wrong.
Yes, you are.
Nah. Yeah, I'm sure I remember, like, I don't know, you can press some buttons, but then I don't think an actual checkout till opens.
No, it doesn't. Logan, do you want to go for your ambitious cardboard version replica?
Aircraft.
Worth a go.
I don't even know what the fucking labia is meant to be doing. So. There you go.
Mr. Adkins, what was your answer?
I said piano.
You did say piano. Now, it does list piano and not keyboard, Adcock.
That's annoying, though.
So I'm going to have to, as I was strict with Adkins earlier, I'm going to have to give Adkins the point there.
Yeah.
And not give
I
you
was
one,
so
Adcock.
close to putting keyboard instead of a piano.
Yeah. I mean, they're not the same, are they? Because you'll have people that play piano going,
You don't get people saying, I play the fucking keyboard. It don't happen.
It's
True.
You do in a band.
In a band. You still in a band?
Oh, I was thinking of a bloody computer keyboard.
See, that's the problem, isn't it?
It's true. It's exactly that. You've actually uncovered exactly why it's called a piano in this instance and not a keyboard. Because who knows what Adcock meant? He may well have meant the computer keyboard. So good shout. Warner Brothers revealed it will be removing loot boxes from one of its already released games. What was this game called, Mr. Paper? What did you go for?
Second Star Wars. Battlefront.
Good guess, but incorrect. It was EA that did that earlier on in the year. Mr. Adcock?
Can't remember what I went for. Was it Injustice, Gods Among Us?
Incorrect.
Annoying.
Logan?
Thinking about it, I've made a real poor choice here. I said Lego. But then I just thought, why
To be fair, they do
have loot boxes?
Warner Brothers do a lot of Lego games.
Yeah. And Mr. Adkins, you got the correct answer. What was it?
Middle Earth: Shadow of War.
Exactly. So Middle-earth Shadow of War pretty much changed the structure of the game to remove the loot boxes. So the grind was reduced and...
I remember you moaning about that as well. It's annoying.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I put in here is stuff that I've either moaned about or flashed in that group. So it pays to just sometimes catch up on that. Final question. A new mini console was announced in March. Which former console and hardware manufacturer made this announcement? Adkins, what did you go for?
I went for Nintendo.
There's a lot of Nintendos, isn't there?
There's a lot of Nintendos.
There is.
Safe bet, but incorrect on this occasion.
Cool. I was obviously thinking the other one, but I thought it was too early in the year for me. Go on.
Adcock, what did you go for?
I went for Atari.
Again, as good a guess as any, but incorrect. Prog?
Well, I've put Sony, but I think I know who it is now.
Go on, you tell me who you think it is.
Is it Spectrum?
No, it's not. They did release one.
Can I have another guess, just for fun?
Yeah.
Is it Neo Geo?
No, getting embarrassed digging a bigger hole.
Have I got it right? Am I the only one that knows?
Paper, what was it? Tell them.
Oh, yes. It was the Sega Mega Drive.
Correct.
Was it?
Yeah.
Don't know if it's even come out.
The key is that you said former. Which former?
I was going to go with the PlayStation 1, and then I thought that was recent, so it's only going to be...
Was that out in April? I thought that'd been out for fucking years.
It's really cheap. It's cheap, because I was thinking about that. It's been out a while, but...
There's a few dodgy ones out there, but...
Right, yeah.
Biff's got like a...
The official one, is it?
One that's like... Yeah, basically, Biff's got like a controller one where you just plug a controller into the telly, and it's got the games in it, but this is like a rip-off of the...
Yeah.
What's the name? Yeah.
You can actually plug the old
Classics.
games into it as well, which is quite cool.
I was thinking it was that PlayStation Classic, but then I thought, no, that weren't. That was later.
That
on
was
in the
why.
year.
That is why I chucked it in there to try and catch someone with that, and evidently Logan tripped over that one, which was at least the plan worked to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Scores on the doors after April. We've had a swing at the top.
Yeah.
Adkins retakes the lead with 8 points. Adcock languishing on seven now. Paper on 5. Logan on 2. Still very close. Championship still up for debate, and that wooden spoon has not been handed out by any stretch of the imagination. Who's rustling?
Dessert.
Fucking Adcock again, isn't it? Rustling on.
Mate, dinner's gone, mate. It's all good.
I've been on some unprofessional podcasts in my time on digital, but I mean, normally it's Hall that we have mic problems with, but this is an unprecedented scale of poorness.
It is up there. It might be binned at this rate. Absolutely not. May, Destiny 2's second expansion pack was released. What was it called?
Cool. Second expansion pack.
Ah.
Oh, fuck, I can't remember the fucking name.
Right. I've said it's the wrong person.
There's there's a wall of silence from people. It's really hurting them.
Oh, I can think of it. I fucking played it this year as well. Yes, I remember.
A lot of flapping around here.
Fucking hell.
I think I got cut off there.
Hello?
Still here. We ain't got any more questions. Still lurking. Okay. Detroit Become Human was released. Which console was this an exclusive for? Which console was Detroit Become Human?
Free to choose from.
Yeah, this is almost multiple choice, this one. Detroit Become Human.
The Sega Mega Drive Classic.
There's a lot of woolly answers in there. We'll see what happens at the end of this. Final question. Infinity War's Thanos was brought into the world of video games. Which game did he appear in for a limited time?
My first introduction into the game as well.
Cool. On for a full house here.
Dun, dun, dun.
Crikey.
Glugger.
Okay. Destiny's second expansion pack was released. What was it called? I'm going to go to Adkins first because he's the only one who's got it right.
Yes.
It's caught people out. It's caught people out.
So close to putting, what's the newest thing?
Forsaken.
I thought it was that. Then I tried to remember what I've completed.
Yeah.
And I had the name of fucking Argos in my head. And I was like, right, what is that Argos? I nearly put Argos.
I reckon Adkins is looking at his fucking list of tick-off shit, isn't he? That's what I reckon he's done.
It came to my head after this.
It came to my head.
I think it's just come to my head as well, which is really fucking annoying.
That
It ain't coming to mine.
War Mine.
Yeah.
Caught a few people out, unfortunately. Paper had a second go of like Warframe, but that's a different game altogether. But
I was getting back to the right,
yeah, not good enough. Detroit Become Human was released. Which console was this an exclusive for? Everyone put the PlayStation or PlayStation 4, so we're all good on that.
Whoa! If they put PlayStation, that's Labo.
It's
Because that PlayStation is 4 consoles.
It's exclusive. PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, but it's not. This is a PlayStation 4 console exclusive, not PlayStation 3, for example. Just point it out there. If it's going to be.
I mean, it's the two top dicks that have done it, so it ain't going to really damage them.
Well, cost them then.
You'll be costed a point just to bring the scores back in line. PlayStation not good enough. PS4 or PlayStation 4 required. So that's a Logan and Paper score. Adcock and Adkins getting complacent at the top end.
Clawing back.
Now opening doors. Infinity War's Thanos was brought into the world of video games. Which games did he appear in for a limited time? Everyone got this right, which was good to see. It was, of course, Fortnite. So the game that just cannot keep itself out of the news. Scores on the doors now. Had a bit of a stinker there, Adcock.
Well,
Stinker. Adkins extends his lead to 2 points with 10 overall. You're sitting on 8. Paper in 7th, surging into 3rd place. Logan still hanging on in 4th with 4. Blew that there. June. Which Bethesda published game was ported and released for Nintendo Switch?
Oh.
Which Bethesda published game was ported and released on Nintendo Switch?
Oh, that's a.
Oh. Multiple choice. Blown it.
There's a little bit of there's certainly they seem to be the big guns that have been doing it, haven't they? Been dropping shit.
3 for me. 3 games I've blown it, I think. But we'll see.
We'll see. You don't want to second guess yourself and cost lives. Here we go. A free spin-off called The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit was announced by Square Enix at E3. Which game series is Captain Spirit a spin-off of? So there's a game series related to Captain Spirit. Obviously not called Captain or Spirit. So I'll give you that one for free. But it's a spin-off of something. Little taster, they said. Oh, play this free taster. Play this free taster. Decent. Final question for June. According to a Twitter blog, so it's the official Twitter blog, which game was the most tweeted game at E3 2018? Twitter running some analysis. It's got obviously a few options there, but which game ended up getting the most activity, I guess? Don't know how they fucking analyse that, but hashtags and shit. Right, let's take a look. Adkins making sure he's really specific. He gets stung on a technicality again. Okay, which Bethesda published game was ported and released for Switch in June? Paper, what did you go for?
Fallout 4.
I mean, it's ambitious, but incorrect. Adcock and Logan, you've both got the same game. Adcock, I'll let you do the honours.
Skyrim?
That was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's correct. And finally, Adkins, one shot at glory here. What did you put?
I went for Doom.
It was in fact Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
Fucking hell.
I
caught them all out.
Those two. I knew.
I thought Doom might. Yeah, Doom was. I thought that people might think that one. So again, glad someone tripped on it. The spin-off, so The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, what game series is this a spin-off of? Paper, what did you go for?
Crash Bandicoot.
Incorrect. Krog?
See the logic.
Alex the Kid.
I mean, that's a blast from the past. I'd love
Back
that.
again.
It's not correct, but I'd have loved that. That would have been amazing. Mr. Adcock and Adkins got the same answer. Adcock, what did you go for?
Life is Strange 2.
Yeah, you go Life is Strange or Life is Strange 2. It's the series I was after, so
he's put 2. There is no series called Life is Strange 2. I get the point.
You can lose a point for querying it.
Right, why did Paper get one for querying it?
You got one. You're on your last warning, Adkins. Behave. According to a Twitter blog, what was the most tweeted game at E3? Adkins?
I went for Cyberpunk 2077.
Adcock?
Same, without the numbers.
Krog?
I don't fucking know. I said Black Ops 4.
Good shout.
Again, it's good. Should shout. Paper?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Was it? Yeah, was it? No, it wasn't. E3, was it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, what was the comic
That's
called?
when Paper nicked it off your nose.
That's why I won
The
the
draft.
Oh, yeah, it was, wasn't it? In the tree. No, not tree. I was in that direct.
And the correct answer is, in fact, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
What?
It's the most tweeted game at E3.
No.
Nintendo getting that hype. Cyberpunk put in the fucking bins.
Oh, you're joking.
I was shocked when I read that because I pretty much agreed that it was going to be Cyberpunk, but
Yeah.
unfortunately not. Unfortunately not.
Those Nintendo fans fucking love it.
Yes, that's it. You underestimate what those cunts will go to. Get top of the fucking grass. So end of June, we do the scores on the doors. Adkins is now on 11. Adcock is on 9. Paper on 8. Krog's still in it on 4. I've seen more than 3-point swings happen, so there's definitely opportunities here. July. Which game won the Game Critics Best of Show Award for E3 2018? I don't know the rules around what has to be best of show, but
What does best of
There
show
are-
actually mean? Best games on show?
best game, yeah. And typically, I don't know if this is the same for the Game Critics Award. It has to be playable.
At that point in time.
Yeah, but I've seen other awards given out where they're not, but I wouldn't even listen to what I've said.
Okay. What's it called?
Drag something out the doldrums.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like hype, but I know what my idea of it is. I don't know if I agree with what people put down for that, though. Just looking for an E3 game, really. And who knows? Who knows? Krog regurgitating. Nathan Fillion starred in a fan film for which video game franchise? Nathan Fillion starred in a fan film for which video game franchise? Got some hype as well, unbelievably.
Ooh.
Which I was pretty shocked at. Nathan Fillion. Who could he be in the video game?
You're looking for the franchise.
Franchise, yeah. Excellent. Excuse me. Final question for July. The Evolution Championship Series, known as Evo, crowned its first British winner in 10 years. What was Benjamin Problem X Simon crowned the champion of? So which game did he win to get that crown at Evo 2018? And just a little bit of advice. Evo is a fighting game tournament, so think of things in that sector.
Oh, cracky.
I mean, again, you could argue multiple choice, Jobby, because there ain't a lot. There ain't a lot around. Okay, let's head off and find out what happened in that round. Which game won the Game Critics Best of Show Award for 2018? Mr. Adkins, what did you go for?
I'm for Cyberpunk until you stump me with that playable nonsense.
Still left it in.
Yeah, I left
Didn't
it, but yeah, I was going to stay with it.
Didn't stump him in. Krog, the regurgitator.
Black Ops 4.
It's got to be on here somewhere, right? So if you keep saying that, you might end up with a point. Paper.
Well, the playable, and I remember them saying that they had it open to be played at the game when they showed up for Forza Horizon 4.
I see the logic in there. Adcock, what did you go for?
Resident Evil 2.
Ooh.
And if I'm right, I'd like to say thank you to the guys at IGN Podcast because I heard them talking about it.
Oh, other podcasts.
Hey, hang on, what's going on?
Not quite the subscriber shit, but they're not bad.
That was the correct answer. It was Resident Evil 2.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
sneaks it.
That's why I'm fucking hyped for that, in particular. Nathan Fillion starred in a fan film for which video game franchise? Paper, I'm going to come to you first because everyone else has picked the same answer.
When The Witcher.
It's a good guess. That's coming to Netflix, apparently, but not on this occasion. It was Uncharted. So the little Nathan Drake lookalike there, stinging people. But Logan, Adcock and Adkins all get a point for that one, which is good news for them.
Yeah.
So Benjamin Problem X Simon was crowned champion of which game at Evo? Paper, you chose Street Fighter 5. Adcock, you went for Street Fighter 5. Cool. Adkins, you went for Tekken 7.
Yeah.
Loading, you've gone for Injustice 2. All good answers. There's only one correct answer, and it's Street Fighter 5.
Oh.
Blower.
It's a slip up.
That is a slip up.
Didn't even know Tekken was still going. I was actually going to put Tekken. I thought, I haven't seen one ever.
When before you said
Get
it was
laughed
a
at the building for that.
fighting thing, I was going to go for like FIFA.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I felt like I shouldn't have done that, but I thought at least make it interesting for the poor pups. Anyway, scores on the doors. The lead is now tied, 12 apiece for Adkins and Adcock. Paper on 9, Logan on 5. Still a little way to go, and it's very close out there. We move into August. Steam had its biggest Japanese-made game release of all time. What was this game?
Say that again.
Steam had its biggest Japanese-made game release of all time. What was the game called?
I know this one.
So something Japanese-made released on Steam. Biggest they've ever had for a Japanese-made game. What could it have been? What could it have been? That's a tough one for Krog. That's a real stinker for him to try and... Jesus. I mean, it's as good as guess as any, Logan. Some of the took that's being offered up here, then there's that. That's not too terrible. Oh, bollocks. I haven't written down the fucking game for this.
Guess it.
Which Walking Dead character was announced as a guest fighter? I think it's for Tekken.
Yeah, it is.
So Tekken 7 had a guest fighter announcement. Character from The Walking Dead. Who was it? Again, it's not a choice job, isn't it? You look through those characters of The Walking Dead. Logan now may be scuppered because he's walked away from that series. Can he pull it out the bag? He's given an answer, which is good. IGN suffered a plagiarism scandal when an employee was caught using material from YouTube channel Boomstick Gaming for one of their reviews. Which game was this related to?
Oh, what a cock. I remember reading this story. I don't even remember the game it was called, though.
Which... Read it
That's
thoroughly
a
then.
review. And that's Crufts.
And that's Craft, so... Adcock, what are you doing?
Choices, mate.
Okay. Steam had its biggest Japanese-made game release of all time. Which game was this? Mr. Adkins, what did you go for?
Tough one. I went for Yakuza 0, but that being the biggest Japanese of all time, I don't know.
It was incorrect, unfortunately. It was a good guess because it was around that time when it did release and come to PC.
Yep.
Krog, what did you go for? I think you've maybe closer on the right lines here.
That game with loads of titties in it.
Japanese.
Loads
Gotta
of
be.
titties.
Paper.
I went for Bless.
Where?
Good guess.
Bless Online. It was like a big MMO released, an Eastern that was meant to be massive. Loads of people bought it and then sent it all back because it was fucking awful.
Never heard of it.
Absolute stinker. Adcock, you've got the correct answer. Can you read out what the correct answer is?
Yeah, I just thought then. I thought I was quite confident, and then when you said that, I thought, is it Persona? But I went for Monster Hunter. Well,
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Shit.
Runs like fucking grease lightning.
Oh.
Next question was which Walking Dead character appears as a guest fighter in Tekken 7? Everyone got this right. Logan, who is it?
Negan.
Correct.
Negan.
Points across the board for that particular
I nearly
one.
blew that and put Daryl. I don't know why. I was just like, surely they'll put Daryl in it. And I was like, no, he's a goodie. I was like, they put a baddie in. I was like, it's got to be Negan. But
Also, you think about what his skill set is. Do you really want someone in there with a crossbow, range scum?
yeah, I thought that geezer with his fucking spoilers, isn't it?
Spoilers.
That show spoiled itself. Plagiarism scandal. YouTube, Boomstick Gaming. What game was it related to? A difficult one for both Paper and Logan. But Paper, what did you go for? I mean, you didn't give us a name in the end.
I'll put some platform shit indie cack.
The godfather of indie, and he calls it cack when he can't think of the name of it. Mr. Logan?
I just said Destiny 2.
Chuck it out there and see what happens. Adcock, I'm going to come to you next because you've got in a flap again.
I really don't know on this one. I'm going to go from what my first one then, Dead Cells.
Yeah.
Is it all right?
Adkins also put Dead Cells, and that was correct.
Oh, thank God for that.
Scraped through it.
No chance.
I thought that when I read that one out, I thought,
No
poor
chance.
Logan, that's not going to help him. I thought, he's got a bloody Japanese game in there, and then that. I thought that is a really bad round for him.
It's a tough month. Got Negan in there though, so I'll take it.
Exactly. So scores on the doors. Adcock retains his 1 point lead. Adkins on 14 points. Paper on 10. Logan on 6. Will Logan have a good round and put the pressure on Paper, or will he once again avoid it, which would be a disgrace? September. This is fucking hard. Which classic rally racing franchise made its return in September?
Fuck me.
This might have been where I started getting bored and wanting to rush for getting the questions. Which classic rally franchise made its return in September? And again, multiple choice if you're into your rally games. There can't be many of them. Oh. Okay. The first episode of Life is Strange 2 was released in September. How many episodes are scheduled for season 2?
I don't fucking know, do I?
Multiple choice, mate, isn't it, really?
Well, I could put a pissing number down, but I still don't, I can put any game down for any of this shit. I get it all wrong still.
Multiple choice.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh,
Cool.
get them guesses in. Right. Last question of September. Developers of Tales from the Borderlands, The Walking Dead, and The Wolf Among Us announced they were going out of business. What was the name of this developer? Evidently too easy, that one. Right, September's done. Okay, so which classic rally racing franchise made its return? I will come to you first, Adkins, 'cause I think you put a few answers down in the end.
I put 2. Put a first answer, and now I don't trust my first answer, so I want to go with my second answer.
Look, it's poison, this. We got to nip this in the bud. You go, from now on, it should be your last answer is the one you get.
All right, I'll stick with that then, because my last answer was V.
You can choose your first answer if you want. I've not implemented that rule yet.
I'm going to say the second answer, V Rally.
Ooh. Everyone else put Colin McRae, other than Logan, who put Dirt. And the correct answer was V Rally.
Yes!
Stolen it.
Absolutely.
V Rally.
Colin McRae ain't coming back. He's dead.
Well, I didn't technically put Colin McRae.
I mean, I'm not taking a piss because I've put some diabolical answers, but
I put Rage.
That's why I remember saying
Rage isn't even a fucking rally game.
a rally game.
you've embarrassed yourself further.
Oh. I was going to put Destruction Derby, but you know.
That's not.
At least it's a racing game.
Yeah.
Not me. Okay, Life is Strange 2. How many episodes are in this season? And I'll come to you first, Adcock, because you've done your classic again.
Have I blown it? Oh, no, I didn't. I've gone for it. Confirmed that equals sort of.
Right, that's what it means. An equal means confirmed.
Yeah.
Go on then. How many?
5.
Correct. Krog went for 6.
Oh.
Paper went for 4. Multiple choice cost the pair of them. Easy one here. Developers of Tales from the Borderlands, The Walking Dead, And The Wolf Among Us announced they're going out of business. What was the name of the developer? Obviously, it was Telltale Games. Everyone got that. Absolute disaster.
Did they all
for
write
me.
games though?
They all did.
Right.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Wow.
No, you didn't. Well,
I said,
So
give me the money though.
if they give them the money, they could have a point for that.
right.
Keep it close, innit? 17 points apiece for Adkins and Adcock. Paper on 11. Logan on 7.
Adcock, you're doing really well.
How many more months?
Thanks,
have I got?
mate.
3. So I need to get on average one per month to get double.
Well, we're going in
figures.
October now, mate. Do the math.
Yeah, 10, 11, 12.
Yep, there you go. There's free. It's free.
October. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was released in October. Where is Assassin's Creed Odyssey set? And this I will be strict on. I'm going to be chucking garbage half answers in. Because I think it's quite important.
Are we talking about a place or?
Well, potentially.
You could say the Earth, and then therefore you're always right.
You could, yeah, well, let's be a bit more specific than that. Guess the country, Krog. That's my advice.
Well, yeah, I know
Chuck any-
one, but I don't have to fit into. I wonder if I can just narrow it, widen the scope a little bit.
No. Get naming. Get on to the next question.
Chuck away merchants. Okay. Overwatch revealed its first Lego-based set of one of its heroes.
Oh, Christ.
Which hero was it?
Oh, what's he called?
One of its heroes.
Fucking hell.
Just, again, multiple choice, Krog. You wanted multiple choice. You know these characters.
I know. That's what's
Thanks.
bothering me though, because now I know. So I've been playing it, so I know so pissing many. I'm thinking, well, they wouldn't do that, and they go, oh yeah, they would. Fucking bollocks.
Probably a tough one for Adcock because I don't think he's overly familiar with it.
No, taking a punt. The one my nephew always talks about.
Always worth going. Hitman 2 announced its first elusive target. Which celebrity was announced as the target?
What?
You're too busy
Fucking.
trying to catch up, aren't you?
Yeah. Claim to me. Celebrity target Hitman. Just name a celebrity. All right.
Any of them.
There is, that's, again, multiple choice. What?
Answer to them.
Who do I want to kill? Right.
Bill.
I don't think they'll get away with that paper, but it's fantastic. Okay. Scores on the doors, do the old questions. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was released in October. Where was Assassin's Creed set? Now, I did ask for a full answer on this one. Adcock, what have you given?
Ancient Greece.
That is the correct answer. Adkins, you put just Greece.
Right.
Modern day.
Modern day Greece.
Still the
That's
same.
the one. No, that's gone, that one.
Right.
That is tough.
That was
It's
tough.
tough,
He
but I
did-
did-
he was
but I did
specific.
say-
Yeah.
I would said this time the full one, which was the key basically to make sure you.
games out of Telltales and getting points, so there's favours being out there.
Look, you'll
Spitting his
be
dummy
fine, I
out
think.
now, isn't he?
Mate, it's not designed to be an easy quiz. It's going to be tough at this level. This is top tier. Okay,
Top tier.
top tier garbage. Overwatch Lego set. Who was the hero it was based on? Paper. Are you going to tell everyone the answer? You're the only one who got it right.
Oh yeah. So this is it's the robot one, and then I couldn't remember his name, and it came to Bastian.
You
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
Well, think of it. Lego's all blocks, isn't it?
Well, it don't matter. It could be any of them.
Big pig fuck.
How are you gonna make him out of fucking blocks?
It's a big belly. You can do block.
Yeah, what? They're not low round.
Big block.
Fucking Death Star, mate. You can get the Death Star's
Yeah, but you're not going to have a fucking big thing, are you? It's going to be a little tall little play figure, isn't it?
Right, next.
Hitman 2 announced its first elusive target. Which celebrity was announced as the target? 3 of you got the same answer. Paper, what did you go for?
Donald Trump.
I mean, it would be very popular. It would be very, very popular, but unfortunately, that's not the correct answer. It was, in fact, our favourite bloke who's been in about 6 million films. Sean Bean. So scores on the door as we move into November. Just 6 questions remaining. Adcock on 19, Adkins on 18, Paper on 12, Logan on 8. So you're drawing, Logan, with the worst score ever created. So if you can get one more, then you've saved yourself from Biff territory. So in a way, that's sort of a victory, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what I can get on this. Like, literally, I've not even thought about anything other than basic games for a long old time. Didn't even know.
Yeah.
No preparation nor research done for this.
None of us did any research, don't worry.
Well, you say that, but you got Adkins looking for his bloody gaming list. Ticking it off as he goes through each month.
Oh, dear. Okay. November. Rainbow Six Siege censored its game to comply with which country? Rainbow Six Siege censored parts of its game, I should say, to comply with which country? Made some changes because one country weren't too happy. Who would cause that sort of havoc?
Fine answer. I think they've got a history of it.
Oh, that's...
Multiple choice, Logan.
Any country. No ancients in front of this one, though.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't think there's any ancient countries lurking. God. Okay, next question. Red Dead Redemption 2 was released. Is it Game of the Year? No, that's not the question. Red Dead Redemption 2 was released. What was the release year of the original?
Oh, that's a good question.
When did Red Dead Redemption OG come out? This could cost.
Born between.
It's tough.
Oh, actually, thinking about it. Might be wrong.
Adkins, I don't know if Adkins' list goes back that far.
Wow, that's what's struggling, mate.
He's going through that list. Has he backed it all up?
Oh, no. I'm going to take a stab in the dark.
A stab in the dark is what you need to do sometimes.
Oh, I think I've got it wrong.
Still time. Paper, I'll have to hurry you up if you're going to keep... Right. Pokemon Let's Go was released on the Nintendo Switch. There were 2 versions released. Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go what?
Oh, you heard that fart then.
Yep.
Cheers.
Which was the other Pokemon Let's Go? I was going to do it the other way around and I thought Pikachu's too obvious. Let's try and test some people.
Give me whatever I can take and I'll have it. If it's easy, I'll have it.
I'll tell you what, it's mighty close now at all ends of the table with that last round. Okay, November. Which country sorry, not which country. So Rainbow Six Siege censored it based on the country's preferences. Blowing it. Rainbow Six censored its game to comply with which country? Paper, you go first. I thought it was an interesting effort.
I went for Belgium because they banned loot boxes, so I wasn't sure whether they were trying to be compliant with that.
Good effort. Adkins, they got a history of it.
Got a history of it, so I went with Australia.
They have got a history of it. Krog?
Those Chinese don't like it, do they?
They don't like gambling, do they? They don't like those gambling boxes, and they don't like gambling machines appearing in games. Adcock also went for China. It was China. China costing people.
Yes, clawing it back. Not the worst one ever either.
No, that's it. You're above Biff's record. So as Adkins and Adcock and Logan, you've got a point there.
Yeah.
Which year was Red Dead Redemption 2? Sorry, which year was Red Dead Redemption released in? Yeah, getting a bit sloppy because it's getting late. Adcock, what did you go for?
2011.
Paper?
2009.
Krog?
I was gonna go 2011, so I really hope that Adkins is wrong. Adcock's wrong, but I went 2010 in the end.
Adkins?
I went for 2010 as well.
The correct answer was 2010. He's kept hanging in there and if you look at it, 8 years on, if you remember hearing or seeing those, they say eight years after. It's been in development 8 years. It hasn't, but so Krog, another point for you. It's 2 out of 2 so far.
Go on.
And and I know you're confident in this last one, as everyone else got it. Pokemon Let's Go. You've got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and what, Logan?
Eevee.
Correct.
Yes, a full month.
And everyone got that one correct, so that's a good question to have. Final round we move into, and here are the scores on the doors as they stand. Adcock's lead still just at 1 with his slip up of Red Dead Redemption, 21 points. Adkins stays on 20, he doesn't stay on 20.
His record's out the window, that means he can't pass it. Sorry, I just read it.
Cannot pass the record, that is correct. That is
blimey.
correct. Well, you get sort of draw it, can't he? 23, it's possible. Adcock gets all 3, he'll win the championship.
And get the new record.
Paper, you're on 13.
Surely.
He's on 21.
What was his record?
He's his own record, but we're now talking about top tier records.
Yeah.
Paper on 13, Logan on 11. So this could crumble lives. Final 3 questions. Listen to the wording on this one. And you need to give me the full name, if there is a full name. You're going to be strict. Where's that echo coming from? Which 2019 game revealed it has gone gold already and now will be releasing a week earlier than planned? Which 2019 game revealed it had gone gold already and was now going to release a week earlier than originally planned? Stunned silence. This is now tense, isn't it, for people?
No, because this is where, if you have been reading some stuff,
You get it. Krog. Cool. Right. Monster Hunter announced it was releasing an Iceborne expansion and a tie-in with which other video game series?
sorry, what was that?
There's an expansion coming next year for Monster Hunter World. It announced that. It's called Iceborne. But it also announced a tie-in with which other video game franchise? Stunned. Stunned silence as the pressure is on for people not to blow it at the final hurdle. Okay. There's always a question around the Game Awards, so we keep that, and this is the final question unless we need a tiebreaker. At the Game Awards 2018, which game won Best Action Adventure? Multiple choice job if you know the nominees. If you don't...
What's the question?
At the Game Awards 2018, which game won Best Action Adventure?
Difficult because we discussed this in the pod.
Yeah, but I purposely picked a category where there's a lot of crossover of all sorts of games. We've seen some odd things happen in these Game Awards. Right, that's where we are. Okay. Which 2019 game revealed it had gone gold already and was now releasing a week earlier? Adcock, what did you go for?
Anthem.
Adkins?
I went for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Leak Merchants.
Yeah.
Paper.
Crash Bandicoot Racing.
Revealed at the Game Awards and then gone gold a week later.
I didn't watch the Game Awards, unfortunately. Costa.
Krog, I'm going to be kind to you here.
Really?
What have you gone for?
I've put Metro. But I can't remember what the other word is.
Exodus.
Yeah.
In the interest of keeping it tight, you had the point given to you.
Unbelievable.
Considering you laid down the rules at the start of that question.
Literally the one thing that I have got up on anyone, because I must have read something where that's gone in somewhere. Bloody hell. Thanks.
Have it. Monster Hunter announced it was releasing an Iceborne expansion and a tie-in with which other video game series? Adcock, what did you go for?
The Witcher. Pretty confident.
Adkins?
Same, Witcher.
Paper?
I went Horizon Zero Dawn.
Did?
Krog?
I'll put Ark.
I mean, that would be a real mess, that game, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's the only one I thought with dinosaurs and stuff in it. I thought, well,
It's actually not a bad guess. In all honesty. The correct answer was The Witcher. Adkins and Adcock both scoring a point on that particular one. Final one. At the Game Awards 2018, which game won Best Action Adventure Game? Krog.
I'll put AC Odyssey.
Ooh. Paper.
I just put God of War.
Ooh. Adkins.
God of War.
Ooh. Adcock.
God of War.
The correct answer was God of War.
I think
That means Adcock held on.
Unbelievable.
Looking over Adkins' shoulder, I reckon, that last round, just to get the same answers to hold his lead. But that officially puts the scores on the doors as
Disaster.
Adcock is champion with 23 points. A mighty fine effort, I must say.
Full Rocky Balboa. All the way from the bottom to the top. 1 year training hard. Reading my reviews. Game lists. Done.
Yeah.
Getting help. If I...
Oh, he's getting bitter already. You can hear it. He's eating lemons.
Complacent Adkins, 22 points. Not good enough on this occasion. Paper in third with 14 points. Misses the drop again. Unbelievably. Logan, in the end, had a surge towards the back end of that with 12 points. So only 2 off Paper. So pretty decent effort in the end. But Adcock, you're the champion. Before we go, I just want to do a little bonus round. This is what the tiebreaker would have been. So I'd be interested to get your answers to see if any of you would have got this
Do you want
right.
us to send it to you, this, or just say it?
Yes, say this one out. It's not anything serious. Sony recently released a social media program called My PlayStation 4 Life. The data provided in the videos allowed data boffins to work out how many people had played each game. Grand Theft Auto topped the charts, but how many players have been recorded playing this game? So this would have been whoever got the closest to this number for a tiebreaker if it was needed.
I would have gone for around 40 million. Is this just PlayStation alone?
Yes,
Yeah.
just PlayStation.
40 million, I would have said.
I'd go lower, like 13 million.
Cool.
I'd go high 65 million.
Bloody hell.
52.
The correct answer is 51.7. Fuck, mate, so 300k off. Unbelievable.
Worth
Shame that it's
nothing,
that-
though. That's
Shame that-
supreme
should have said-
guess worth nothing.
Should have said that was worth double
And
points.
that's the real quiz.
That's the real quiz. A tiebreaker. That was a good guess. Well done. Well done. That's that. Those of you interested in My PS4 Life, worth doing and logging into. Adkins offline will explain how it works, but essentially you go to the page, you log in with your PSN account, and it'll make a video telling you how many hours you've played your PlayStation 4, what your top 3 games are, what your first game was, trophies, all that stuff. It's about a minute long.
Correct, though.
Well,
5 hours
people say
missing.
that's what people say about these quizzes, but they get let through still.
Disaster.
Logan, you've gone from ref to competitor and scored 12 points.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? I mean, obviously it was the wooden spoon, but I think a lot of he was expecting to do probably worse than that. That's a point a month, and it still was not the record low, which was Biff's.
I'll take it. I genuinely thought if I get into double figures, I've done well there. But yeah, at the first part of it, I thought I can't remember what's gone on here. I didn't
score a point for 2 months.
No, I know. I had a real barren run. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with 12. I'm happy that I got near Paper because I think he gets a bit of stick for not being particularly clued up, and he's way more clued up than I am. So the fact that I've got somewhere near him, I'll take it.
Oh, that's the first time he's ever been nice to me in his life. What's going on?
He wants you to pick him for that fantasy gaming draft. He wants to be. Well, comes you, Paper. You finished third for the third year running now.
Mate,
Bronze medal.
free. It's the magic number. Yeah, I'm happy. You know, third place. The bronze. Got 3 bronzes now. Game over.
Yeah. Adkins, bittersweet, or maybe just bitter.
Bitter, pure. That's a bit. I'm just going back on my answers. I've got stung for not saying ancient, and I said allied instead of allies. That's 2 worthy points that would have made me win. And then we've got Telltale Games, and the games ain't being said, so controversial, I'd say.
I mean, you were lucky not to lose points in the early game for querying the store. got hard enough job here as it is, trying to fucking add it all up on the fly and talk. And I got wrong accusations being thrown. I mean, we could be super strict, and I'm sure everyone would lose a few more points, but there has to be a level of acceptance.
I mean, the thing is, Adkins, allied. So you've got the Allied forces in the war, and then you've got allies. So I'm sure the Germans were... there's a pretty big difference between the two. You should have noticed that and corrected it. That's the argument.
Didn't even put fucking Kirby in front of it.
Oh,
What was the game called? You see, what was the Kirby game called? So
Kirby Ally, Star Allies.
Well,
So what are you going to do next year then?
top myself now after this. I'm the
He's joined the record of 23 as well, so that's no longer just yours.
Oh, right.
And the hat trick, the chance at the hat trick, flushed.
Well, all great champions must defeat loss.
And you come back strong. Yeah, that's cool. Not McGregor-esque that in defeat.
I will come back.
Adcock,
stronger.
you'll come back stronger. We'll see about that. Need to get 24 to win it. Adcock, I mean, that's a mighty turnaround considering last year was borderline diabolical.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it's like probably Pete's Tyson Fury for comeback century. So you got old Wilder over there saying, "Oh, got a couple of points."
Mate.
He was down for 10 seconds.
So yeah, I look forward to doing it all again next year.
What was the difference this year?
I was fucking in the country, weren't I? Had dinner, maybe a bit of luck. Obviously, he did get a couple of little questions taken away from him, but I'm not going to complain about that.
I think.
Yeah, he said he's a slightly underpowered Adkins, but you can only beat what's put in front of you at the end of the day. And done all right. Let's hope the old fantasy game quiz next year goes as well.
Well, yeah, you'll both be in the individual rankings for that. So there's now there's a rivalry breaking.
Yeah, my what you weight sort of champion coming up.
Well, that's all we've got time for the Big Fat Gaming Quiz of 2018. I hope you enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I think next year I need that fucking scorekeeper because that's hard work doing all that again. So maybe, hopefully the likes of Chappers, the likes of Hall, the likes of Sir Dave don't blow us out like they have on this occasion.
Still on the division.
Is he still on it?
I don't know, I'm only joking. He might be.
Check it on that because we've had.
Not up there anymore, no.
Who's that? What, on Xbox or?
Yeah.
That was the Dave, yeah.
Well, he must have blocked me because the last time I saw him was 6 days ago.
Oh dear. Well, that's the end of this particular edition. New champion, Pac-Man himself, Tom Adcock, takes the championship with 23 points, dethroning our 2-time champion Adkins. Next year is going to be even better. Hope you enjoyed that though. Have a good Christmas, New Year, whatever you've been doing over this period. Nothing more for us to say though, apart from thanks for your time. And ta-da.